Roll Tide!
Okay. First off, I want to say happy Sunday. Hope everyone's doing great tonight. Christian Ballard, sports journalist here at Ballard Sports Media. I like this graphic. I've had it for over a year, probably over 2 years. Have I had it 2 years? I've had it for a while. We might just keep this on tonight. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I know it's late and I want to go ahead and apologize. I am trying to get better about stuff like this, but overall, um, like I want to be consistent with the schedule and everything. I got caught up with some friends this evening. I was gonna try to make it home on time, and time slipped away from me. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I like just being open. I got kind of pissed off about it. Um, Sorry to put it that way. I'm just being honest. But I had to calm, collect myself. I said we're still gonna do the show. We got a couple people watching. I love and appreciate that. We're on Facebook at Ballard Sports Media, and we're also on YouTube at Ballard Sports Media. So I don't know if we're going to get some calls tonight. Probably not, but I love and appreciate that we have a few viewers already. That's good. Just do me a favor. If you don't call in, it's late. I know. I get it. I want to at least talk about my top 25 preseason poll, right? We got that. And you know, I think it's okay. I'm not an expert in all this. I mean, I'm trying to be a college football analyst and expert. That's my big goal. I just love college football, man. I get pumped up. I get excited. I just there's so much energy with college football that gives me energy to just talk about it. Yeah, I mean, for real, man. So I'm gonna go ahead. This was my thumbnail for it. I went ahead and dropped it the other day. I don't know if anyone. I mean, I saw that we had some views and a couple thumbs up. That's good. Love and appreciate that. Um, but for those that missed it, which I don't blame you, or do I? This is our top 25 here. I had to crop and edit this. Number 10 is LSU. And then what you also can't quite see, I have Marshall at 19. So, but every other team you can pretty much see there, I hope. Texas starts us off at number 1, Penn State number 2, Clemson, Ohio State, and Georgia to round out the top 5. I know there's going to be some people that think Alabama should probably be higher. Maybe I got the top 4 wrong. Georgia should be in the top 4, not Ohio State. I really think that's where the whole idea that how do I want to put this? Like, there's not a set top 25. Like, you cannot accurately get the top 25. You just can't. Number one, usually up for debate. I don't think Texas is the clear cut number one team. Now, to me, they are. I think based on returning production, which is what I took into this, I think based on talent that comes back, because I think the schedule's set up. If I had to pick my preseason favorites for the Natty, it's probably Texas and Penn State. That'll be the best couple teams. I really believe that. I think after that, the rest of them are kind of fighting for third place. I put Clemson there, kind of Clemson and Ohio State and Georgia tied for for third. I mean, really, when you think about it, Notre Dame's in my top 10. I think that's accurate. I think they should be. Miami, it's possible they're too high up. You can't see them because of let me go ahead and take this ticker off. LSU's at number 10. Arizona State brings back some production. They really only lost Cam Scatterboo at running back I want to say they lost a guy or two on defense, but they should bring back a lot of production. And Dillingham's doing a good job recruiting for Arizona State. Um, should be Big 12 favorites. I personally put them there just based on because I think everyone else is going to have them as the top team in the Big 12. If it's up to me, it's either like Baylor or Iowa State. And maybe I'm crazy for putting Baylor in there. You see Auburn at 24, Syracuse. I am probably higher on Syracuse or let me say this. I'm high on Syracuse in a way that maybe I'm the highest on Syracuse of anybody. And maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. The way they ended last season and the way their schedule sets up, I don't see why they can't possibly make a push in the ACC. They open with Tennessee, who I got at 15. I think we got to put some respect on Tennessee, even though they did lose their quarterback. Now, I make fun a little bit at Tennessee. Oh, you lost your quarterback. You went and got a group of five guy, G5 Joey. Okay, cool. They still got a lot of talent there in Knoxville. They really do. And I I just think that Tennessee, man, just got a lot coming in, you know? Um, we also want to look tonight. The best team in college football for Tim Brando, uh, which it wouldn't surprise you. I do want to read that article and react. But getting back to my top 25, you guys that know me know I'm an Alabama fan. I do have Auburn in there at 24. I think personally, I'm really high on Rich Rod at West Virginia. I'm high on Hugh Freeze in year 3. I think the schedule sets up with Georgia and Alabama at home to where they can compete, especially in a home environment. I'm not saying they're going to win, although if you go back and watch my Alabama and Auburn prediction videos, I did pick Auburn in the Iron Bowl. I think they're due to pull an upset over one of their rivals at some point with Hugh Freeze. Now, I don't know if that's this year or a year or two down the road. I don't know, but you open with Baylor. Baylor's got a lot of good returning talent. They're going to be a dark horse for the Big 12. Boise State has some guys coming back. They really just lost Ashton Genty to the draft, and then nobody else was really talked about. So a lot of guys come back for Boise State, and I think they can make a really good push to be once again the best Group of 5 team. What other Group of 5 team did I have in here? I had two. Um, Marshall. Thought they think they've had some good seasons in years past. And hold on one second. Y'all still hear me and everything? Let me know in the chat. I just got this weird, like, I don't know if it was a computer glitch or what. I think we're back, but it literally popped something up that said StreamYard looks suspicious. It is suspicious. For those that don't know how to use it, I don't know. That was weird. But yeah, I mean, I got Iowa. I'm high on Iowa going into the season. I don't know if they'll finish in the top 25, but I mean, 7.5 win total. I took the over, made a bet with Lou. I like them to win 8 or 9 games. I don't see why they couldn't. Um, I mean, interesting. You know, just interesting top 25 here. It's not the craziest in the world. What's up? Who we got here? Oh, Will indeed. What's up, buddy? It's been a minute. Good to see you. If you want to give your thoughts on my top 25, if anyone wants to join, I know it's late, but if you're up, and you want to call in, hit that StreamYard link, join the show, and let me know what you think. Where am I right? Where am I wrong? Tennessee, are they top 15? I think they're top 20 at least. I probably could have swapped them with Boise State or somebody. Iowa State, I like in the Big 12 this year. Always pulling for Matt Campbell in Iowa State. Rest in peace to our friend Jeff Webster. Um, that it's always a good week 2, week 3 matchup between Iowa State and Iowa. I mean, what are the chances if I got both of those teams right being ranked? That College Game Day ends up there week 2 or 3. I had to double check the schedule where else they could possibly go. I think Georgia and Alabama's like week 3 again. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of good teams. And here's what I'll say. That the no one can perfectly predict what ESPN's gonna do in the AP preseason poll. I mean, maybe it's happened before. I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but this is what I got. Take Will's comment off here. Um, I I like every single one of these teams to, number 1, make a bowl game. But also, I see a lot of conference title contenders. Now, I see national championship contenders within the top 10. I know it's a bit of a stretch for maybe Miami, but I think because of returning talent and production and the scheduling, everything like that, I think Miami should be considered top 10 going into the season. I like Oregon in contention for a title. Texas, Penn State, Clemson, Ohio State, Georgia, all these teams you see, Alabama, LSU. Tennessee made the playoffs last year. Now they got a new quarterback, had some transfers in, transfers out, got to rebuild a little bit. Can they get back to it? It's a good question. Yeah. I will say also, if you see the title, goodbye for now, Alabama. I will be back to visit, but I I am leaving this week on Thursday, the 7th, to go back home to Florida to see my parents. I will miss my friends and family in Alabama. I love and appreciate all of you. But the important thing is we here at Ballard Sports Media are not going away. It will carry over when I move to Florida. So there's that. There's that. Oh, what's up, Taylor? Hey, if y'all want to call in, man, please feel free to call in and give your thoughts on some of this. I don't even care if I keep you long. I don't care. StreamYard links in the comments on Facebook and YouTube. But yeah, this is my top 25. I do like Auburn. I like them to make a bowl. Here's the thing about Auburn is I just think they'll get their quarterback situated with Jackson Arnold or Deuce Knight, and even if it's Jackson Arnold to start out, I mean, my gosh, they open at Baylor in Waco. That's a tough road opener, but I don't know, man. If Jackson Arnold can bring what he had at Oklahoma, they got a chance. Not for a natty, not even for an SEC title or anything crazy like that. But for a bowl, I mean, 6-6 plus you get Georgia and Bama at home. And let me pull up their schedule again. I know they open with Auburn, or Auburn opens with Baylor. Other than that, I don't really remember much of their schedule. I mean, I know the opponents, but you also got to take into account where do they get the opponents? Like, where are they playing them? also where, like, on the schedule does it fall? But Auburn, I mean, can they push for 6 or 7 wins? I will make a bold claim because the Iron Bowl is so big. As much as I hope I'm wrong because I'm an Alabama fan and I just love beating up on Auburn every year, I just I have a gut feeling Auburn's gonna have that trick up their sleeve to pull it off in the 90th edition. But I could be wrong. Here's their schedule. You look at it here. We'll full screen it. Baylor on the road, 50-50 game. At least I consider that every single year for openers. It will be a night game on a Friday night. Ball State win, South Alabama win, at Oklahoma and at Texas A&M in back-to-back weeks. You, I mean, that's tough. Georgia's at home, coming off a bye week. Can they get? What are the chances they get Georgia? Because let's play this scenario. Let's say they drop both Oklahoma and A&M. Can Georgia get upset by Auburn in a night game at Jordan-Hare? It shows it'll be a night game. Uh, I think that's a possibility. I mean, that's crazy, man. Auburn's got an interesting schedule. Will, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Christian?
How you been?
I've been doing good. I need football to start, man.
I do too. I'm having what's it called? It's withdrawals.
Yeah.
What do you think about Auburn this year, man? We're looking at their
I gotta
schedule a little
admit,
bit.
man, I'm pretty low.
Yeah. I
I
don't
think
know. All I'm
yeah.
saying is I think they get an upgrade at quarterback, and I just think with the receivers that they already have, like I think the talent is there. I think it being one of those years with Georgia and Alabama at home, they'll be competitive. I mean, I think they'll win. Like you see games here at home with like Kentucky and Missouri, it should be no problem.
I
At
know, but it's
Vandy,
all I mean, I feel
uh,
like Auburn just they blow it against teams that they should beat. And then they play
that
good
that's
teams
a good
well
point.
and then lose it.
That is a good point. Yeah, dude, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Oh, teams that just straight up blow it when they
Hmm.
shouldn't. Like, yeah, man. Um, yeah, no, that's a good point. That and it's not even I feel like it's an Auburn thing. They did it with
Hmm.
Harsin and even though they had some good seasons under Malzahn, they still had seasons where they blew
Hmm.
it when they shouldn't have.
For sure.
It's just it's almost like that program's got a little bit of a thorn in their side or like a curse, that they
Hmm.
just it's like I don't know if it's a culture thing, but it's a program thing.
Hmm. Yeah.
They'll find a way to lose a game they shouldn't, but I just have a feeling it won't be like multiple games they shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
Could they slip up against Arkansas or Kentucky? Sure. But I'd say they split those. Like if they lose one, they'll win one.
Hmm.
I think they get to a bowl, but to your point, you probably would say that Alabama and Georgia have their number this year. I mean, Alabama's won 5 Iron Bowls and Georgia's
Hmm.
won like 8 straight in the series or something like that. So extend it.
Yeah. What do you think about that Baylor game? Because like I'm not a huge Jackson Arnold
Yeah.
fan from what I've seen,
Uh,
and I
I
and
haven't
I
really.
and I like Sawyer Robertson at Baylor, so I feel like Baylor definitely
Yeah.
has the edge there.
Well, I
Although,
haven't really looked
mhm,
too far into Baylor.
mhm,
Now, if you ask me about coaching right now, that's actually a good question. Who would you trust more between Aranda and Freeze? Because I kind
mhm,
of view them a little bit as the same, where they're
mhm,
kind of like they're almost on a hot seat, or they're
mhm,
either on the hot seat or fixing to be. They're not elite. They're not terrible either. It's in Waco, and when in doubt, I take the home team, but I try not to play that card. Like I really do try to get my thoughts on it. I like Baylor's offensive line against Auburn's defensive front. I think if you give the edge to receiving core and weapons on offense, you would give it to Auburn, but you also got to factor in quarterback. We don't know what Jackson Arnold's going to look like. He looked okay at times at Oklahoma, but what's he going to do on the plains? That's a big question. And we know already what Sawyer can do for Baylor. So I would trust him a little bit more. And I
Mhm.
probably, it being in Waco, I might take Baylor right now, but
Mhm.
I could still see it go either way.
I'm with you. It's gonna be a fun one. It's a Friday night, right? Friday night, week
It
1.
is. That'll be
Mhm.
fun. That's what's cool is we get that SEC Big 12 Friday night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
exciting.
what do you think? Let's talk up Notre Dame, man. Since I got you on here, let's look at their
Mhm.
schedule and overall. Like before we get into the schedule, like are you confident, man? Because
I'm
they
feeling
they
pretty
lose
good.
talent.
I'm feeling
Well,
yeah.
I
I'm
think you
hoping at
should.
least I'm hoping at least semifinals this year. Yeah.
You think so? It's a tough schedule. I will say
Yeah.
that, but I mean, at Miami, Texas, Purdue, Arkansas. That I think you beat Arkansas, but I wouldn't be shocked if they gave you a little bit of a game in Fayetteville.
Mhm.
Just because you go on the road in the SEC, whether it's
Mhm.
SEC or SEC, whoever, just
Yeah.
tough crowd environments.
Mhm.
Uh, Pitt, Stanford, Syracuse on here. I'm high on Syracuse, but I don't think you lose to them. I
Yeah.
think that is one of their losses. Boise State's gonna be fun to watch. Like,
That's
this
gonna be a
is a
fun
tough
one.
schedule. It's really funny with Notre Dame is we rip on them for not being in a conference, but it's not like they're scheduling bad
Mhm.
teams. I mean,
Yeah.
you have Notre Dame being a playoff team last year. You have playoff contenders in Miami and possibly A&M. You have a playoff team in Boise State. You have probably an improved Arkansas team, at least a little bit improved.
Mhm.
It's a tough schedule, but at the
Mhm.
same time, like I respect it.
Yeah. It's just can CJ or Kenny, whoever wins the job, can they get it to the
Mhm.
receivers on time, deep, if needed?
How do you feel about the O line and the run game? You think
I'm
it'd be okay?
feeling I'm feeling extremely good about the O line in the run game. Just for Brian
Good.
Driscoll, who's my top source, like he felt the O line did very well and has done very well in camp. And the running game backs are just they're the same guys from last year who were phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I I mean, they're recruiting off the charts right now.
Yeah,
I mean, don't they have a top 3 class, or they did
they're
last year or
fifth
something?
right
I mean,
now because
they're
they haven't added
well, yeah.
anyone in a while. But
Yeah, and you have teams coming up like Georgia or Bama, and recruiting's
hmm
pretty good, but doesn't mean Notre Dame's doing a bad job. I mean,
hmm
for Notre Dame to be top 10, that's perfect.
hmm
That's right where they want it. But then you get them top 5 and you're like, "Holy cow, what's going on?" But
hmm
having made the national title last year, I think that helps a lot, and I think especially, like, there's a bad taste in the mouth of Marcus Freeman and some of the guys coming back that say, "Man, it wasn't our
yeah,
night." Last year with Ohio State, it wasn't our night. We got to go to Miami. Don't overlook it. Sunday night matchup, dude.
hmm
I'm pumped.
yeah.
Those are like big time programs,
hmm
big
Yeah,
time.
and the guys that in at camp, like everyone's been super focused. The coaches have been super nitpicky, not wanting them to get any bad habits. So I'm feeling good about the
Mhm.
team. But they just like if we just get pressure on Carson Beck and make him throw like tough throws, and I don't
Yeah,
trust their new receivers at all. And with our DBs, I think we can turn them over.
I
But it's
think
just we
this
got to get pressure
that
on their O line, and their O line is their strength.
it is their strength. It's
hmm
really good, and it was good last year at times. For Cam Ward. The thing about Miami, I do like Carson Beck, and I think it's gonna work out somehow.
Is he a
I
little
don't know how,
distracted though by
but
all the
yes,
glitz and
yes.
glamour?
Well, there's that, but think about his interception issues at Georgia too. When
Mhm.
he's under
Oh yeah.
pressure and he makes a bad read and stuff. If Miami's out here and Carson Beck's throwing picks left and right, it's gonna be a long season. I'm not saying they can't get to the playoff, but that's not gonna win you a title for the first time since '01. Like it's not gonna
Mhm.
get you the big, crystal ball or the gold trophy, whatever we
Mhm.
got now.
Mhm.
It's
I
gonna
agree.
be. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. As much as I like Miami this year, and I really do, I like. I wouldn't take them at the moment. I don't remember what I predicted in Notre Dame and Miami previews, but my gut tonight says to take Notre Dame in that week 1 matchup in a
Mhm.
close one. It'll be a good game,
Yeah.
and it's must see TV. But I would take Notre Dame there, and then I really wouldn't take y'all to lose. Um, maybe I don't know. I don't know what Pitt's going to look like. Boston College had an okay year. USC, I do think you trip up somewhere though. I just don't know.
Yeah,
I
there's a
mean,
chance we will.
if there is a game to slip up, I mean, just get it out the way with Miami and then go win a bunch of games.
Mhm.
Other than that, like any home games that stand out, maybe Boise State or USC.
Boise, if we underestimate Boise State, we can lose. USC, I don't think it's the last time, and there Chad Bowden's been chirping about Notre Dame, so I'm
Yeah.
confident in the USC game. It's that Boise State or Arkansas, or I mean maybe A&M, but I think they'll be focused for A&M. But it could be one of those Boise State or
Yeah.
Arkansas games.
Well, it could even be Arkansas because you got to think sometimes you overlook for the next week opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And that Boise State game might be tough enough as it is, and you
Yeah.
go to Arkansas, even though it's a noon game, whatever, it's not under the lights or anything. Okay, cool. It's still going on the road in an SEC environment, and it's also like before you have a big game with Boise State, assuming
Mm-hmm.
Boise State has as good a year, if not a little bit different than it was last year, if it's a little bit worse but not bad, you know like that's still going to be a challenge, and I don't know, man. I feel like it's a good enough schedule. I think it's somewhat strong, but also not the strongest in the country. I would also say that I mean there's room for error on the
Mm-hmm.
schedule. You just got to
I would
really
say also Navy's going to be tougher because Chris Ash hasn't faced their offense yet. Like even Al
yeah
Golden in his first season struggled a bit with Navy's offense, so Ash might. And they're going to be proud. They should win the American this season. Well, I don't know. Tulane's going to be good, but Navy's bringing everyone back from a team that defeated Oklahoma.
yeah. No, this is a good schedule for Notre Dame. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's not the toughest, but I don't see how you don't get 10 wins at least,
Do you
maybe
think
11.
we'll get a bye with 11 wins?
With 11 wins, could you get a
Yeah.
bye? Well, considering the straight seeding and they're not taking the conference champions as the top 4 now, um, you could, but again, that's up to the committee. Like, do they
Mm-hmm.
view a one-loss Notre Dame as being worthy of a top 4 spot?
Mm-hmm.
Um, if not, maybe you're looking at 5 and 6 and you don't get the bye and you're hosting a playoff game. But it's, I think you got to make sure that if you have that one loss, it's close and it's to a really valuable opponent like
Okay.
Miami, like Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just play your cards and go undefeated and hope that you're like 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm. What's another team you're interested in?
In general, let's see. Who am I interested in this year? Well, I mentioned Syracuse. I hope Georgia Tech. We got some Georgia Tech guys in the community. I hope they do pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I did a preview, but since then I haven't really looked much into their schedule. The only thing I know for sure with Georgia Tech, I think they play Colorado
Yeah,
and I think
opening
the
week.
Georgia, yeah, and then Georgia is neutral site in Atlanta.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's not even neutral site. They're in Atlanta. Georgia Tech's in Atlanta, but because it's at Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta, it's considered neutral site. That's not neutral site.
There's
That's
gonna be
called
more
home field
UGA
advantage.
fans there though, and than
Well,
in
that's
Bobby
true,
Dodd.
but to call it neutral site when a team is playing in their home city, that's just stupid. Anyway, they open at Colorado. I think that could go either way, but I don't trust Colorado this year.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers up for Dion. I know he's been dealing with some
Yeah.
stuff. Gardner Webb, I don't even know where that is. Give me a win. Clemson, that's interesting. I love
Mm-hmm.
Clemson this year for the ACC. I like Georgia Tech as maybe that third or fourth team. But if they could pull off an upset at home against possible top five Clemson, that oh,
Mm-hmm.
they better go big or go home with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Temple
When.
doesn't phase me. Wake Forest on the road win. Virginia Tech, I like them to improve a little bit this year, but I think again, Georgia Tech's one of those teams that's just going to be better. They could lose to Syracuse, obviously, most likely lose to Georgia, but that 8 overtime game, I had talked about it in my video this morning. I talked about rivalry win streaks that could snap this
Mm-hmm.
year, and I said keep an eye on this game. I think Georgia Tech by the end of the season is going to be strong, and I think Georgia will be too. I think both teams get it figured out before that game kicks off on Black Friday. I I just would not put any money on it like, "Oh, Georgia's gonna win, it's just so obvious." I wouldn't be too sure about that, but I also
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be betting millions of dollars for an upset from Georgia Tech, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I re-
Oh, speaking of Georgia, I'm gonna
Mhm.
bring I don't care if we just hang out for a bit, but what's up, Mayhem?
What's up?
How you been?
Good. I watched SummerSlam, and I know you have too, right?
I watched last night. They had it today, and I didn't. Dude, I feel so ticked off because I know Rhodes and Cena were fighting, but I was with friends today, and I didn't get to watch it. Don't tell me. I'll go watch highlights. You can tell me who won, but I got to see how it happened.
Well, that ain't even the shocking thing of that. That ain't even the shocker.
Oh, did Rhodes win?
Rhodes won, but that ain't even the
Yeah.
shocker.
All right, go ahead.
Do you want me to tell you the shocker or what?
I don't care. Go ahead. I was watching night one with my other grandparents like last night at their house, so I saw plenty of wrestling this weekend.
Brock Lesnar returned.
He did? In what
Yeah,
fight?
after the match.
After the Rhodes match?
Yeah.
Did he try to challenge Cody?
No, he went after John Cena.
Oh, crap. Wow.
Brock
That
Lesnar.
ain't. Oh, he went after Cena.
He hasn't
Wow.
been on there for years. People said that he was banned from WWE because he was in
Yeah.
that Vince McMahon lawsuit.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about football. I just wanted to. Uh,
No, you're good.
so what about Georgia?
Well, I just wanted to get your thoughts since we have you on here. I mean, we were kind of talking about some teams that could make a run in the ACC. I mean, we kept talking about different teams, but what are your thoughts about Georgia Tech this year and overall? Like, you look back at that game last year at home for Georgia going to 8 overtimes. Now it's in Atlanta, a neutral site at Mercedes-Benz this year. Does it phase you? Does it bother you a little bit to play Georgia Tech later this year? I know it's a rivalry. I know Georgia owns Tech right now, but what are you feeling going into the season for both of these teams?
I'm gonna answer all your questions in parts.
Yeah.
So you asked me how I think Georgia Tech was going to do this year, and I will say this, and I've always been high on Brent Key, and I think Brent Key will have this team doing some really great things.
Okay.
I think Georgia Tech can definitely have a great season, and I think they could be a dark horse for the ACC this year. You know, you got your contenders like Clemson, Miami, and next team that comes to my mind is like Georgia Tech, Louisville, and then if they ever get their crap together, maybe Florida State can make a run again. But I think Georgia Tech is definitely in that conversation when we talk about that.
Of course.
The
Yeah.
answer
No,
to that
I think
question,
they're.
I think Georgia Tech is
Yeah.
definitely a Georgia. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I agree with you.
Yeah, they got picked fourth below Louisville, Clemson, and Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think in that regards, to answer your question, I think they are definitely a contender for the ACC. But whatever you say, am I worried about them? I mean, if you want me to be honest, the answer is no. Trash talking, that's no trash. I just, I, first of all, I don't even know how I really look this year. The guy and being a newer as the starter. You got some new players. It's a very team. So, I mean, I got to worry about one team first, and but I'm not worried about Georgia Tech mainly because the last season I got to worry about other teams before we get there.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hopefully, he can fix his connection.
That wasn't just my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is a little low tonight, so that was you. You noticed he had a bad connection too.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
I'm
really
glad it
understand
wasn't.
what he was saying.
Oh my gosh, dude, Mayhem, I love you, buddy. Did you fix your can and string?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Hello? Yeah, yeah, we got
Can
you.
you hear me good now?
Yes.
yeah.
I was just saying that I think I think Georgia's going to be pretty good this year. I think Georgia Tech is going to be pretty good this year. Am I worried about Georgia Tech? No, we got a whole season to play out before we get to Georgia Tech. But hopefully, if Georgia's as good as I want them to be, hopefully we're not struggling with Georgia Tech. So that's my
Okay.
thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. All right. Now I'm gonna throw this up for you guys. I want your honest reactions. It's my thumbnail here. Top 25 rankings. I revealed them yesterday or this morning, whatever. I think I premiered it yesterday. But here's my top 25 for the preseason. Let me also take this off so you can see it all. We start with Texas. We got Penn State, Clemson, Ohio State, and Georgia in the top five. Alabama, Notre Dame, Oregon, Miami, LSU to round out the top 10. Arizona State, South Carolina, Michigan, Indiana, and I could keep going, but you see it here. Let's start with Will. What do you like about my top 25 here, man, and what would you change?
I think it's pretty good, but do you think Marshall's still going to be good without Charles Huff? He
I
left and
don't
went to
know.
Southern
I
Miss.
just he did. I don't know. I felt like throwing in another group of five team in there
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, but I don't I don't know. There was only a handful you could have chose from. I don't think they'll last long in the top 25, but I feel like some people are going to think they have some
Mhm.
good potential this year to make
Yeah.
a bowl push.
And a lot of people are high on Illinois this year. Are you just not a Luke Altmaier guy?
No, I love Luke Altmaier. I would put them top 25. They're not top 10 or 15 for me, and I just am a little bit higher on teams like Syracuse, Iowa State, and Baylor. When you look at who's ahead of them, especially with Baylor and Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, I say that. I was almost fixing to think that Illinois is in the Big 12. They're actually in the Big 10, so that's my fault. But, um, yeah, no, there's I didn't like think this out in terms of I usually try to nail the top 10, if anything, but it's I don't know. After the top 15 or so, I just kind of put some teams that I think have potential and at least for the first 6 weeks to get bowl eligible and some stuff and you
Mm-hmm.
know but yeah, like I'm high on Auburn to make a bowl game this year. I like Rich Rod at West Virginia. Iowa, I need them, and I am high on them. I need them to win like 8 games because I got a bet going with Uncle Lou. I like some of the playoff teams from last year. I can make fun of Tennessee for losing Nico, but honestly, man, I think they're going to have some fuel to the fire, and I don't know, man. Tennessee might be a little bit better than we think. I would still put them somewhere in the top 20, top 15. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I don't know. I think what really gets people's attention is how's your top 10? And I
Mm-hmm.
really want to get y'all's thoughts on that. I got Texas and Penn State the first two, Clemson, Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, Notre Dame at 7, Oregon at 8, Miami, and LSU.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's for Penn State. I gotta see Drew Aller perform well against a strong opponent. That's
True.
just. I mean, he did well against Oregon, but Oregon, like their offense was their strength, and I gotta see it to believe it for Drew Aller against a great team.
Yeah. What do you think
Mhm.
about you think I got it right with Texas? Are they the best team going into this season?
I mean, it's tough to like pick a true number one, but I think Texas is the best bet right now. But I gotta see, yeah.
I
But I
agree.
gotta see Arch before
Not
I can
this
believe it. But he's looked all
I
right.
am
So
not riding any Arch Manning hype train. I agree with everything you just said, but obviously making a top 25, you gotta put someone at number 1,
yeah.
and honestly, if I think anyone's built for it, if I had to go with the best 2 teams with what's returning and how schedules line up to make a push for the playoffs and possibly a national title, I like Texas and Penn State to start,
Hmm.
but I think, like like, I put Georgia at 5. Does that mean I think they're gonna finish outside the top 4? No, not at
Yeah.
all, but
I might put Clemson at one if I was making a list.
you like Clemson at 1? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that real quick.
Hmm.
I could agree, but I kinda gotta hear why you would have them at 1.
Oh, why? Okay. I think that their defensive line is super strong, especially at the edge with TJ Parker and then the other guy. I shouldn't remember his name. He's from
Defense,
this Yeah, he's from the state of Alabama, right?
Peter Woods from
Yeah,
Thompson High
Peter
School.
Woods.
I went to that commitment. That was pretty cool. Good kid.
Hmm. Yeah. And then I like Cade, probably the best out of any returning starter on a top tier team. And he's also got
On
his
a
top three
good team,
receivers
yes.
back.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's and a new defensive coordinator to fix their issues that there
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, I mean, I kinda factored in this. I looked at who's gonna be the key go-to favorite for each conference, and I
Hmm.
think, like, even though they gotta beat Georgia first, but I just feel like a lot of people are going to have Texas. I think you're going to
Yeah.
have Penn State getting a lot of attention in the Big Ten. I started out there. I went to the ACC. Cool. I'm not very high on the Big 12 this year, so I didn't get to them until about 11 with Arizona State, but I still think that they get a team back in the playoffs like in Arizona State or Iowa State, I would hope. But
Mhm.
it's it's really there's only a couple teams there, but even still, once they get into the playoffs and they start playing the SEC and the Big Ten, and maybe even a Clemson, they're going to get boat raced.
Mhm. Dang. Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead, Mayhem. What you got?
All right. So, as far as your top 10 goes, Oregon at number 8 is kind of crazy, but
Okay. Too high or too
and
low?
too low.
Gotcha.
If I were doing a ranking right now, Ohio State would be number 1. It's Ohio State, Texas, Oregon. I really don't care what number 1, 2, and 3. I don't really care how you put them. I do agree with Georgia at 5.
Okay.
I would have Clemson right outside the. I would have Clemson in. I'd have Clemson in my top 5. That I think that's fair.
Okay. Well, let me break
Alabama.
it down. Let me break the okay. Texas, Penn State, Clemson, Ohio State, and Georgia in the top 5. Are those the right top 5 teams, or does someone not belong?
Yeah, Oregon needs to be up there, and I think out of them teams, I think Pennsylvania State needs to be right outside the top 5.
Okay. And again, that's your opinion, and I'm not here to fight on it or nothing, but I want to keep hearing more on this.
Well, I mean, even if you wanted to put Georgia 6 and Pennsylvania State at 5, then I'll be okay with that. I
Yeah.
like Bama. I like Bama at 6. If you want to put Georgia at 7, I'll be okay with that because Bama did beat Georgia, and you know, a lot of people are saying that until Georgia beats Alabama, they're not picking them to win. So, um, I can see that. Notre Dame at 7. That is a. I think that's
Is that a
pretty.
stretch?
That's about right actually. Miami
Okay.
at 9. I like that. Who's at 10? LSU. Yeah,
LSU. Yeah.
yeah. Screw LSU. Screw them. Um, you know why? For the
Because Brian Kelly can't win an opener.
last year, what did I say, Ballard? You was on the live
You
stream
said yes. You said going into it that they were going to compete and make the SEC title, right?
and go 11-1,
Yeah. And they
and then
they went like 8-4, right?
yeah. So screw them. Making me look bad. So
Plus, they never
yeah.
win an opener. What the hell was I thinking?
So for all I care, I don't even care about LSU anymore. Arizona at 11, Arizona State. I would put them in the top 10. At
Okay,
number 10
so
probably.
probably take out LSU, move them outside the top 25, move Arizona State up, blah blah blah. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Let me see. I like the next few: South Carolina,
Yeah.
Michigan, Indiana, Tennessee. I like where you place them. I probably would put Tennessee above Indiana. That's just my
Okay.
personal preference.
Yeah.
16 Boise State, not bad. 17 Baylor. I don't know what you was thinking. Iowa
I
State.
I don't know.
Iowa State at 18. I would probably put them up above probably Baylor. But I like Iowa State at probably 17. I like that.
Yeah.
Syracuse at 20, not bad, not a bad choice. Illinois
Okay,
21. I
okay,
probably
okay. Hold on. Did you hear what I said about Syracuse a little earlier about them being a dark horse for the ACC? And are you on that train?
yeah, I could totally believe them being
Let's go.
a contender
All
for
about
sure.
all about the cues, baby. Let's go.
I'd probably put them right inside. I'd probably put them above Baylor as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, Illinois Honestly, I don't know why you don't have Illinois in the top 15 somewhere. I I really high on Illinois.
Yeah.
Iowa, they are like borderline. Like I would have them at number 25.
Okay.
West Virginia is one of those teams where I can see why you put them at number 23
But
because
you
you
need to see
do.
why they need to be there.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
do understand your logic, and I would agree with your logic. Like if you told me, you know, you just told us why you put them there, but like I understand. Like if you told me at the end of the season, or even at the beginning of the season, that West Virginia was going to be a top 25, number 23, football team, I could see it, right?
Yeah.
So I oddly enough, would probably agree with that. I guess like depending on the day, like if you ask me tomorrow, I might not agree with it, but like right now, like I'm digging it. Um, Auburn at 24. Now let me talk about Auburn for a second, okay?
Oh, here we go. These next two are going to be awesome.
So Auburn, if they ever, if they Auburn has the team to be a top 10 team.
Top
Agree or
10.
disagree?
I
The
wouldn't have the
team. I'm not
guts
talking
to.
about. I'm not talking about coaching. I'm talking about just
Right.
the
You're talking
team.
I
about
still think their
they
lines of
have.
scrimmage are sketchy, but they're better than how they've
Okay.
played.
But they have you seen the recruiting though? I see what he's saying. They have the receivers. They have some defense. They even got some studs at running back that they have the potential. I see what you're getting at. They have the talent to where if they put it together, they can be top 10. I I just wouldn't rank them top 10 right now. But
Yeah.
I am very high on them to win 8 or 9 games possibly. Especially, I mean, can they get over that hump and beat one of their rivals at home?
Yeah, I would definitely put them at the 9 or 10 win range. But
Yeah,
then you have to talk about, because if you're going to
correct. Like,
put, it don't matter what conference you are in. If you can win 10 games, you should be in that conversation of playoff, right?
true.
10-2, 11-1. So if Auburn can get over that hump and beat an Alabama or beat a Georgia, then that brings the conversation of, okay, you went from, because 9-3 is pretty easy for Auburn to go this year. I think the two obstacles that they've got to get by is Georgia and Alabama. You also got LSU in there. Screw LSU, but you
I don't
still
know.
got
Are
them.
they playing? Are they still playing LSU?
I'm not sure. I thought they were, but
I don't think they are. They got Oklahoma now.
okay. Well, they still got. We could talk about them too, because I was going to talk about them anyways. That's still a tough opponent because I'm also very high on Oklahoma. Auburn and Oklahoma are going to be the surprises in the SEC. One of them two teams just might go to the SEC championship. I mean, isn't that crazy to say that? But they could be like, even if they don't make the SEC championship, they could be like the third and fourth best teams in the SEC.
Right.
Auburn, I don't know how many teams are going to be put into the top 12 in the SEC. If they can get four, then if the SEC could get four, Auburn's definitely in that conversation. And surprising take here, I think Oklahoma's also in that conversation. So Auburn
Interesting.
in the top 25, I would totally agree with. I'd actually have them above West Virginia, Iowa, Syracuse,
You
and
would
Baylor.
basically you would basically raise them up to like 15 or 16 somewhere
Yeah,
above
somewhere
everyone
around.
else.
I'd probably right outside the 15. Yeah, probably 16,
Yeah.
17. Yeah.
What do y'all
Georgia
think
Tech,
about the Aggies?
the
Texas
Aggies,
A&M,
A&M.
that's a team I didn't even think to put them in here, but I do like them this year to do. something.
Now, does
But
Auburn have the Aggies?
Yeah, they're going
on the
to College
schedule?
Station.
Oh crap, they're screwed. I should have replaced Auburn. Sorry,
So
rest in peace. I
A&M,
think
honestly, A&M had a really good run last year. I don't know if
you
that
hyped up.
was
Let's not forget you were on Marcel Reed.
was that.
You were on board with Marcel Reed, weren't you? In our show last
I
year.
yes, I'm still on board with Marcel Reed.
I don't blame you. I'm reminding the people.
Yeah, I mean Marcel Reed. I don't know why they went with they put Marcel Reed in it, and then they what they brought back the was it Calzada? No, not Calzada, but
Wegman.
who was that guy? Huh?
Connor Wegman.
Yeah, Connor Wegman.
Yeah.
They brought him back, and they thought he was going to be better. Marcel Reed is like a hot take here. Marcel Reed probably will end up as the Lamar Jackson. I mean, he could be a Lamar Jackson. Dude is amazing. And last year, I'm gonna remind y'all, wasn't that his true freshman year? That was his freshman year.
He just got recruited, I think so.
Yeah, so he's got a couple more years to develop and become really good. I honestly could see them in the top 25 as well, replacing like Marshall or something like, or even an Iowa. I mean, Iowa, look, I'll give Iowa their flowers. They averaged, I don't know how many points they averaged on offense, probably a little bit more than they did in a couple years past, but um, yeah, Iowa's defense always keeps them as a fringe top 25 team, whenever we talk about them. But without their defense, they'd be booty cheeks, I guess.
They've only lost
But
like one game in the past 10 years in which they've scored more than 21 points.
yeah, I mean, that just goes to show you how great their defense is. But as far as their offense, they they definitely need an offense.
Yeah, we'll
If they
see how
can get,
good their transfer quarterback Gronowski is.
yeah. My biggest question is for y'all. Who do you think is the biggest question mark at quarterback in the Power Four? Like
At
we
the
got a
biggest
bunch of
question
we,
mark, like quarterback situation, or just like
yeah
starter?
we
I'm
got a
gonna
we
s-
got
I
a
want to say
we,
how good Bryce Underwood is off the bat is the biggest
Yeah,
question
that's a
mark for
big that.
Michigan.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, I agree because I want to see if he can handle the pressure of Big Ten play and everything like that right away here, and I don't know, man. He was very hyped up. He ended up choosing Michigan of all the schools he could have gone to. He better show why he belongs there at Michigan because they are a big time program historically and everything, and they're coming off a championship run a couple years ago. They're always beating Ohio State nowadays. He's got to show why he can do it. That's a good one, Will.
so you got new quarterbacks at Georgia Tech. You
Hmm.
got a new quarterback
Hold
at
on, hold on, hold. We have a new one at Georgia Tech. I thought Haynes King was back. Is he
Haynes
not?
King is coming back for year 6
he is.
in college
He
football.
is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
I
wow, I
thought
thought he
so.
was gone.
You got a new one
But
at Auburn with Arnold, but
yeah, we
still,
got. Well, we've seen him, but we could include
yeah.
him. But we got one with Georgia. We got one with Alabama.
Oregon with
Notre
Dante Moore.
Notre Dame.
Notre
Notre
Yes.
Dame, right?
Dame
Yeah,
with
CJ Carr
Carr.
probably.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got a good amount of new quarterbacks. Oklahoma has a new quarterback, although we've seen that quarterback play before. Indiana has a new quarterback.
Mhm. Mendoza
Oh,
from
is it the
Cal.
Mendoza? Yeah, that's it.
So we have a
Tennessee with Joey. Tennessee with Aguilar.
Tennessee. Also, is
Texas with
Boise State
Arch,
is Boise
technically.
State returning their quarterback?
Same guy. Yeah.
Same guy. Okay. I'm trying to think. I know Arizona State's quarterback is returning, which
Yes.
he might be one of the best. Arizona State's quarterback might be one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
And they got the Army
I
running
agree.
back to replace Scadaboo, Kanye
Yeah.
Udo, and he's pretty good too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna
Yeah.
be a beast.
So we got like a lot of what I'm trying to say is we got a lot of newer quarterbacks for different teams and stuff like that. So I was just wondering, who do y'all? Miami has Carson Beck, and I know he's a veteran of the game. I understand that, but going to a new team, different schemes, different play calls, and stuff like that, different atmosphere, different offense. So we'll see how he does there. I think Carson Beck, if he's 100% healthy, could also be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. We've seen Dante Moore
Who
play
is
before.
you mentioned all these new quarterbacks too. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but who Kyle McCord went pro. Who Syracuse end up with?
Steve Angeli, Notre Dame's backup from last season.
What do you think about him? Is he good?
So that's a new one.
He's good. Yeah. I mean, he's good. I mean, I think he'll be a solid ACC quarterback.
Okay, so kind of mid
Now, what
tier, but
about
he can help them.
Yeah.
Now one thing we haven't talked about is Bama. I mean, Bama has a new quarterback. Tell me about him.
Gosh.
Is he going to win the
Ty
Heisman this year?
Simpson? Hell no. No. He's not doing that, but I think he has potential if that O line holds up, man. With Proctor and guys coming back this year, dude, he really does have potential. I had made a video, and keep in mind, this guy that I'm fixing to mention from Clemson years ago did not win a Heisman Trophy, but I had asked the question: can he be as good as Trevor Lawrence or anywhere close to that? The way in which he plays, the style, the way he throws, the way he's built, stuff like that. How good can Ty Simpson be? I'm not here to jump on the Ty Simpson for Heisman hype train. I'd do it for Ryan Williams before I did it for Ty Simpson. But that being said, it's got to be an upgrade from Jalen Milroe, and I think it will be. And I think he's poised. I think he's calm in the pocket. If that O line can just help him and step up a little bit, you got Bernard, you got Williams, you got all these guys at wide receiver. You got the talent around him. Dude's good. Dude's got to be good, man. It's Ty Simpson or bust. It really is
Okay.
for right now.
Oh no, he's cutting out again.
Yeah, you're cutting out big time.
So,
I'll give it a minute.
Christian, what's your thoughts on the legacy of Jalen Milroe?
Great, humble character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just a great human being. Loves the Lord. I love that. I don't think he was terrible. I mean, there's a lot of Bama fans that called for him to be benched and everything, but it was still like I felt like he progressed, especially this last year. Now, do I think he's going to have the best career with the Seahawks or anything? I don't know. I doubt it.
I
But
think
I
he
don't
can
want to,
be a good
you know.
receiver or a running back.
Yeah, that's what I think too, man. I think he needs to change positions but stay on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we got Mayhem back. You good?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, I ain't gonna hold y'all on here. I was just gonna leave y'all with this one last question about Bama, and this
Yeah.
is kind of a fun question for Ballard and The question is, all right, so let's just say there's an error in the books. Jalen Milroe has to come back for one more year. Does Ballard want Ty Simpson to start, or does he say, yes, we need Jalen Milroe back?
We'll see how Ty Simpson does this year. Or are you saying if he came back this year?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm saying if Jalen Milroe said, you know what, I want to come back to college one more year, and they allowed him to, or there was an error and he really had to do one more year of college or something like that. And would you want him to be the starter, or do you want Ty Simpson?
Really want Ty Simpson, but if Milroe were to come back, I would not be opposed to him being the starter, but to give it one more try and to see him get better, especially with Ryan Grubb at OC, man. Because you got to remember, he was OC in the offseason, but he didn't stick around. He went to the Seahawks. That's actually, you know how crazy that is that he went to the Seahawks, who drafted Milroe, and then he got out, and then that's just so weird. He went back to Bama as soon as Milroe went to the Seahawks. He said, "I'm not doing this."
What are your thoughts on
I'm
the
kidding.
Dogs' offensive line? Will it be better?
For Georgia,
Yeah.
I would think so, but I don't know until I see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just because that was the problem for them against the Irish and Ole Miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Georgia will be good. They'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone in this top 25 is going to have a good season somehow, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll finish this way. I doubt that this is what ESPN comes up with,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see. Let's see who we got here. Oh, Nate. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man.
How you been?
Surviving.
Yeah, me too. Just living life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we I just topped in. What we talking about right now?
My top 25 for the
Oh, okay.
preseason. I got Michigan at 13.
I think that's a reasonable ranking, I would say.
Yeah.
Now Illinois, I think they could be a little higher, like 19 or 18, whatever. Now the most surprising to me is probably Marshall, but hey,
I think they'll be one of the better group of 5 teams this year, personally, to start out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Mayhem asked a good question. I gotta double check who's out there. What do y'all think? Way too early Heisman.
obviously you have to
Oh,
put Arch in there, but I don't think he's gonna win.
Arch starts out. I think you
Yeah,
look at Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams
Mm-hmm.
at
yeah,
wide
Here's my
I'm gonna
dark.
throw out. People don't like Drew Aller because he doesn't handle the big games. I mean, I know he's still pretty darn talented. It can put up some numbers this
Mm-hmm.
year, though.
yeah.
So my dark horse pick is Lenore Sellers.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Jesus, that we agree on something here. Come on, man.
What about DJ Wagway?
DJ Wagway,
He's gotta stay
He's
healthy.
gonna win it.
No, I know, I know.
He's gonna win the 18 Heisman's like Alabama's got titles. DJ Wagway, no.
No, I know, I'm just trolling.
Carson Beck. That'll get the Georgia fans on here.
Oh yeah. I mean, has he?
Carson Beck.
I don't know. I mean, imagine Underwood gets a Heisman freshman year. I'm scared it won't happen.
Oh, Bryce, yeah.
Yeah.
He might in a couple of years. I don't know if he'll get it this year.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he will
What
stay
about
at Michigan.
what about Nussmeier and LSU?
I don't think his O line is going to be as good as it was last year.
Yeah, I
with
don't know.
all the
Yeah.
guys they
I mean,
lost.
plus, honestly, he's no Joe Burrow or
No.
Jaden Daniels. He's
Yeah.
still good though. I'd take him in like round 1 or 2, and he'll go high in the draft, and he's got potential. But I just wanted to throw that name out there. I don't know, just
Mhm.
kind of thinking off the top of my head, but yeah, I don't know.
Now, Raiola, sophomore year, maybe not. Maybe if he comes back
He's
senior.
talented, but he needs the help around him
Yes,
at
that's I would say. Yeah.
Nebraska.
Now
Yeah,
they have a good enough O line for Nebraska, but for receivers they need more talent to
right.
get him some. I guess that's speaking of dark horses. I think Nebraska could be a dark horse for the playoff. Just a hot take. Uh, now
It
I
is a
know.
hot.
Now I didn't. Well, I personally said that right now, but Matt Rule believes that his team can jump from last year to the, I guess, conversation for the playoff this year. That's
Yeah.
his thing. That's
Well,
his.
that's Matt Rule, but he also said make that thing 40 and let's go.
Well, that one I disagree with, but
If you need to make it 40 teams to get
good
in,
luck.
I don't think you have high hopes.
No, and plus it'll be. I know it'll be a lot of maybe a lot of upsets. I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's just March Madness. But anyways,
I think Michigan improves and they might be a dark horse.
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I asked Vic about this. Do you think the hammer is even coming at all?
I
On
just
the
think, I think
on the
Michigan picked the
cheating,
right time to do shady business. I think,
He-
yeah, the
they picked the
NCAA
right
is now
time,
power. Yeah, they're
and
powerless.
Harbaugh was quick to get out of there before they could
Yeah.
really do
I'm
something.
just asking because I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
No, it's
I don't
not.
think they care enough. They don't care.
Which is good to me because all Michigan haters want a freaking ban hammer for Michigan. Oh wait, reverse card. uh, but yeah, it sucks to be a hating fan bases that want Michigan. I guess banned for I don't know how long, but I do get the consequences and stuff, but today's college football they don't really care, like you said, but um, which is kind of sad, to be honest. But I think I think Nebraska as a whole, or like a program, yes, they've been having down years since I don't know.
2001.
Well, I
It's been a
won't say
while.
2001, but like they had some good years, and like with Bo Pelini. I mean,
They did, but the 2010s and the
They gave up
couple years
70
like
points in their
2020 or
one Big
whatever.
Ten championship
yeah,
appearance.
then that's just their
Gosh.
first. That was their first appearance, but
Yeah.
I would say, but that was embarrassing. I was going to say that, but hey, that was their first appearance. Wow, what was that? 2010?
2012.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I think Nebraska could surprise a lot of people this year. Because I've been, listening to local, uh, what do you call it, broadcasts or radio that they think that Nebraska could, like Matt Rose said, could potentially, uh, get off the hump, or what do you call it, make the hump to the
Get over
playoff.
the hump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, thank you. And but I I wouldn't lose hope for that, but I have to see it to believe it, like you guys will say. But
Yeah.
hey,
Yep.
if they do, great for them. I mean, Would that mean they're back? Probably not, but still. Now, if they win a title, maybe. That's probably be like, I don't know. It Nebraska, it can't be win titles in the next 20 years. Like it won't take that long. I don't think it will. Maybe in the next 5 years they will make a title game and win it. I don't know. But what do you think, Wind or Will?
About Nebraska, I think 8-4 is their. If they get 8-4, it's a good season for them, and then try to
Yeah.
push on.
What record do you think is like above expectations? Like like more above an 8-4 realistically.
9-3 would be above expectations.
Yeah, I would say that. I think that could be
I mean, because
their.
that's what he says, like the playoff contender, like close to it.
Yeah, I mean this is his third year, so his third years are at. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying the history speaks if it does. But yeah, I'm excited for the season. I think
Yep.
Bader Man says 20 more days. Yes, thank God.
Yeah.
Also, hey Christian. I mean Ballard.
Tell me whatever. I don't care.
You think? What do you think of Ballard? Bama football. Sorry. Like, what do you think
Ballard
Bama's?
football. We don't
Well,
have that.
Ballard Bama football. There you go. Bama.
Right.
Alabama.
What do I think about Bama?
Yeah.
We better not lose to Florida State week 1. That's what I think.
That'll be the
Right
most
now.
choke job. But I thought actually, if you do pull a Florida State,
Oh
oof,
no.
oof. Like,
I will cut off YouTube for like a decade.
yeah.
Never
Well, I
I'll
mean,
never recover.
just for that game, if you pull Florida State like Florida State did the Georgia Tech, oh boy, I don't know.
Well, at least we don't have to go halfway across the world to crack.
That is true.
But they literally went to Dublin, Ireland, just to lay an egg.
Yeah, you know what? I think annually, if you think about it, I know Boston College is not any good; they're like a mid-average, but Boston College and Notre Dame.
Like I don't know why they expanded it to any teams besides BC and Notre Dame. Like,
yeah,
I guess try to grow it over there, but
I mean, look, I think it fits just because it's called the Irish Battle for the Irish.
yeah,
Cup.
I mean that makes sense.
I mean, now I despise Notre Dame as a Michigan fan, but I won't say I hate Notre Dame, but I still hate them. I don't like them, but yeah, I think it. Okay, what rivalry do you think Will or Ballard for trophies, rivalry trophies that doesn't get love like are underrated in the college football? That has a lot
I
of
hate
history.
that. Well, I think the Iron Bowl needs to do something with their trophy. They do have one, but you know what happens is if you happen to have to pass it on to the other team,
Oh yeah.
they don't televise it ever. They don't even put it on YouTube.
Wow.
But I have read that what they do is they will take it. So, like for example, let's say Auburn pulls the upset this year. Alabama has to take it from Tuscaloosa, go all the way to Auburn Arena, where the basketball team is, and present it to the football team there, but it's not public.
That's wow.
That's pretty stupid.
It is. See,
Like, why does like the Paul Bunyan Trophy and the Paul Bunyan and the Egg Bowl, why are those televised publicly? But
even the the wooden turtle the Illy Buck.
Yeah.
Um, and by the way, underrated rivalry, but this doesn't play often anymore. But anyways, yeah, that gets televised, and if I want Illinois to win, just because they haven't won since 2007 against Ohio State. But yeah, I think Illinois, the Illy Buck is one of I guess underrated rivalries, trophies.
Yeah.
But well, you said Iron Bowl for
Yeah.
what else? Like
What about does Ohio State Michigan have a trophy that they present?
no,
No.
no, they do a
Why?
traditional. I don't know
They
why.
just it's a beat down and go home.
Yep, that's basically it.
What's up, Tyler? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, guys? First time
Good. I don't
listener,
think I've
first time caller.
first time caller. Good to have you, man. What's on
Who's
your
your
mind?
team?
I'm a Vols fan.
Oh,
Ooh.
here we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Alabama
This ought to
boys.
be good.
I think we can have a respectful conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not one of those crazy people. So,
Okay.
yeah, what
but
I kind of just clicked on y'all on YouTube, saw you were taking calls. I don't even know what y'all were talking about.
I
We
was
just rambling on now. I gave my top 25 preseason poll tonight, and we kind of talked about that, and now we're just kind of talking rivalries and stuff.
yeah like underrated rivalries that don't get much attention.
I think it's got to be the Egg Bowl. I mean, I know
True.
Oh yeah,
super
yeah,
underrated. Like it gets some play every year, but I think it's up there in top 5 nationally with how much
I
Yeah,
think so.
they hate each other.
or the Palomento Bowl, or we call it.
The Palmetto Bowl with
Yeah.
Clemson, South Carolina. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
What else?
I
Oh,
don't think people. I think because, and I had mentioned rivalries in my video this morning, and I had talked about this. You go back to last year, 8 overtimes with Georgia Tech. That's going to be neutral site in Atlanta this year at Mercedes Benz. That's not talked about because Georgia's so dominant and Georgia Tech's just starting to get like really good. It's not talked about, but clean old fashioned hate, man, has a lot of good history. And
mhm.
it still matters to Georgia and Georgia Tech fans. Guarantee
Yeah.
it.
Now I can agree with that. So
I
I live in
think,
I live in Atlanta right
yeah,
now.
yeah. The
Yeah,
one I
Georgia
think
fans they're
is.
weird with their rivalries.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I was just going to talk too about the Georgia Tech thing. I live in Atlanta right now, and so I'm
Yeah.
up close and personal with a lot of fans of each team. And man, Georgia's weird with their rivalries. They have a bunch of them. They seem to have a lot of hate, but when you talk to Georgia fans, they're very in the moment right now. Like I think a lot of them
Yeah.
really talk a lot about Alabama when they talk about their rivalries, even though it's not traditional, even though it's something that's not guaranteed to play every year. When you ask Georgia fans who do you want to play the most, who do you hate playing the most, it's always Alabama, especially the last 5 years. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. As a Michigan fan, well, slash Nebraska fan, I would say one of the underrated rivalries that doesn't have a trophy, like the game, is Michigan and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to come back.
I mean, it's
I
kind
Yeah.
of
mean,
twin
We'll see if he
thirties.
does, but he
yeah, I mean
probably, I
Kelly
mean,
ended it, but Freeman always said Marcus has said he wants it to come back.
Yeah, I do. I want to come back. Not gonna lie. So, oh wait, you said that Brian Collin ended it. I thought Michigan did. I don't know. Because I.
There was allegations both ways. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm sure there's still hate between those two
Hmm.
rivals. Um.
Definitely the fan bases.
Oh yeah. Um. I mean, the states are like really close to each other. I mean, wait. I think is South Bend a little bit closer to Ann Arbor than Columbus?
Yeah, it's South Bend is very close to the border, Indiana-Michigan border.
Oh wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Well, I've been through South Bend. It's really cool. I didn't see Taos John Jesus, but I heard that it was like right by my window. I didn't see it because there's trees in the way. um, but yeah, it's my little brother's been to the stadium and the campus for
Yeah.
Notre Dame. It's it looks pretty cool from the pictures, and so I mean, um, what else? Uh, what else is underrated?
I always
Nebra-
liked Wisconsin, Minnesota.
yeah, is that
Oh,
the
that's the Paul
Yeah.
Bunyan axe.
Yeah,
uh-huh?
but now Wisconsin's been really struggling.
Well,
Yeah. What about I had talked earlier about it's week 2 and college game day goes there, but I feel like people need to watch more of the Iowa State game every
Yeah.
year, the
yes.
Cyhawk battle. That's a heck of a game.
Oh, also,
Always defense, two in-state foes. There's always
Mhm.
some beef, man. There's always some heat, man. You know.
Man, if Nebraska could have a in-state rival,
Yeah, I wish
man,
Creighton had a
Be
team.
Omaha.
yeah, even Christian or Ballard knows what I'm talking about because it's
Yeah.
really tragic.
We've talked about it. We've talked
Yeah,
about it.
Nebraska,
Hell,
Iowa's
we talked about it
fun
like 2
too.
weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
You think it was
Michigan State's good.
yeah. Um, now to be fair, uh, um, University of Nebraska at Omaha, would have. I wish they could just say right now. Well, out of the blue, gentlemen and ladies, or ladies and gentlemen, I think I don't know. We as a university want to bring back football, and it's been we've been waiting. Well, if that happens, we've been waiting since. Oh my goodness. When did they shut down? I can't remember what they said about that.
I don't know.
Probably 2009. Uh, so yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to say Rallo because for Nebraska because they had nothing rivals in here. So but yeah, Creighton. Actually, yes, Creighton used to have a football team back in the 40s.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think Washington State, the Apple Bowl is a good rivalry.
Which one?
The Apple Bowl, Washington
Oh,
Oh
State,
yeah.
yeah, the Apple Cup. Yeah,
or wherever. Yeah,
I think the Palmetto Bowl with Clemson, South Carolina's gotten good, especially with South Carolina and Shane Beamer
yeah.
in
Yeah.
recent years. Where's Pigskin P so he can get on here and tell me why I'm wrong? But uh, South Carolina, I think Carolina's going to be all right this year.
Hmm.
They've beat Clemson, what, 2 of the last 4? 3, whatever. They beat them twice, I think, recently. Now, it's not much, but they have made it competitive in recent years, and they're in a decent position. So anyway, it's almost 11:30 here, man. I'm getting sleepy if I'm being honest.
Hmm.
But what else you guys got before we get out of here?
I've been trying to do a show with my buddy Jeffrey once a week on my
Yeah.
channel.
Okay. if you want to, man, is it Will ND on YouTube? Is that your channel? I
Yeah,
should be subscribed, but I think I am. Will ND. I'll drop your link. Nate, if you
thanks.
want to drop your link too, buddy, let's promote you too, man. Because you're doing gaming and stuff, I think. And of course the shit show you do. Which I say that with all respect. That's literally what he calls it. Anyway. Awkward silence it is.
Yeah.
I was trying to find your channel, Will, so I could drop your link.
Here, I can.
I don't know. What's
It's
it called?
it should just be youtube.com/ and then at Will and D Irish, because I couldn't do just Will and D on the URL.
I found you.
Cool.
I found you. Oh, you've done some streams and stuff. Heck yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm not subscribed. I'm sorry about that, but
It's
I just
okay.
did. So no, you're good, man. Let's keep you going. What you at? 130. Let's within a year, let's get you monetized, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let's do it by like next August or something. But
I
y'all go
need
check
to.
him out. What's that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to beat Ohio State in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of them.
Now you feel my pain
Yeah.
over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hey, Ballad, have you ever heard of pumpkin bread?
Yes.
Do you like it?
It's amazing. Heck yeah.
Now, what would make it better is now. Do you who makes it from your family?
I think my grandmother's made it once, or
Okay,
somebody has. I've had it before at least once or twice, but I don't remember
but
who
yeah,
made it.
pumpkin bread. Now, listen to me very carefully. Uh,
Okay.
the secret to making pumpkin bread, I guess, delicious is putting chocolate chunks in the bread or well, before baking it, but chocolate what do you call it? Pumpkin bread with chocolate chips or chocolate
Yeah.
chunks. Cause I have 2 slices right now. It's the best. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Very good. Well, guys, it is almost midnight here. It's
Oh yeah, shoot.
Central Time, but I am going to, let's see, tomorrow I got Mississippi State live at 5 Eastern at Mississippi State at the Voice of College Football. Come check it out. The Christian Ballard show at 9 a.m. I already have it scheduled? I should. Yeah. We'll be live about 9 o'clock Central tomorrow morning. So I need to get some rest, get up, and we'll do it all over again. Nate, Will, and of course
Yeah.
Mayhem earlier. Thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.
Yeah, see you guys.
Love and appreciate you guys.
See you, Ballard.
See ya. All right. I love you guys. Let's get out of here. Jesus loves you. God bless. And we'll see you next time here at BSN.